And that's what and we read in Sakaran, the Bishop Sakaran, he read that in Ezekiel 20, chapter 28. So there it is again. He's sitting up there like he's the Most High because of the technology. Now, I didn't know what the answer was going to be when I told you to go into data centers around the world. Let me ask you this. Ask this question to the chat. Let me see how I'm going to phrase it. Does the data centers around the world have anything to do with the fourth industrial revolution? That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I think you got it right.
Okay, it says yes.
Ooh.
Data centers are the foundational infrastructure of the fourth industrial revolution.
Wow.
They provide the massive computing power, storage, and network connectivity required to process and analyze the enormous streams of data that fuel modern transformative technology.
Now, where's all the data coming from? You and you and you and you and you.
We give them the data.
They're saying that these data centers they're hoarding all the waters.
There's a lot of energy.
Yeah.
A lot of energy.
And they're making people of those towns, they'll tell them, look, don't take showers these days. Don't wash dishes. Don't.
Shows you that they don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah,
again, he's creating death.
Oh, definitely.
Famine and thirst is coming because now the farms ain't gonna have enough water.
And now you know Moab is doing the same thing, data centers.
Oh yeah, of course.
Building them in the sea.
They started before America, man. That's the model.
But you see how they're less wicked. They're building them up.
Yeah. Well, that's right. That makes it makes sense.
Esau right here is doing it.
He's doing it. He don't give a damn.
Esau don't give a damn. He don't care.
Oh, they asked this guy recently, Nero. The wild man. They asked him about the finances of the Americans. He said, I'm not concerned with that. He said that. That was a couple of weeks ago. I'm not concerned with that. I'm concerned with this thing and this war in Iran. He told you, I don't give a fuck about American people. Starve.
Well, let's not forget the top wicked elite. They feel there's too many people on the planet Earth anyway. What's the deal with the Georgia Guidestones? The first commandment, maintain humanity under 500 million.
Right.
Presently, there's what, 8 billion people and counting? So 7.5 got to go.
So there's going to be a big big kill-off.
Oh, the Cullen.
Yeah.
And these other Israelite groups, they don't be bringing all this stuff. We go into that. The Cullen, you know, the top wicked elite feel there's too many people. They got to, they want to cut down the numbers.
Yeah, they were saying that in China, they really have 800 million.
It's not going to cut your battery down.
It's not, what was it?
It used to be. No.
Hey, let us know. I had to change this thing out. Basketball's phone was about to die off. Let me know if you can hear us.
Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Kakdash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to your Archeum pushing this word in sincerity and truth. Your brother, you sat back at him to another lesson to let it fine. And as you see, we're basically doing a response concerning this video done because, hey, the elders and the apostles have been sending out that warning, daily, right? And you actually see where the world is shaping up to forward the MOTB, which is a micro C-HIP, as which they would be going into in this video. When they ask the little AI program through Google certain questions, you would see the answer that it gives, which basically forming the answer for you, or what the MOTB is gonna be. regardless from all the nonsense that all these other camps have to spur about the MOTB Sunday worship, is white woman, is all sorts of different things, where the system is not, there's no infrastructure being put in place, no measures being taken to support those things that they mention to be the MOTB. But with the elders and the apostles of what they are speaking on, you literally see that the whole system is going towards that perspective.
Was the government giving them?
And then their manufacturers plants are mostly robots now.
Sounds good. All right, this ain't sounds good. So now it's operating off your phone. Right? So.
Well, I want you to ask a follow-up question.
Okay, select. Yep.
Is microchipping humans part of the fourth industrial revolution?
Okay. Is microchipping humans a part of the fourth industrial revolution? It says yes. Is microchipping humans a part of the fourth industrial revolution?
Now, what did you grab before that? You said the fourth industrial revolution is part of the what? The data center.
Right.
Yeah,
right. The Internet of Things.
Yeah. They sold out.
Yep.
They sold the fuck out.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, it says, I'll read the question again. It says, is microchipping humans a part of the fourth industrial revolution? The answer, it says, yes, human microchipping is considered a tangible application of the fourth industrial revolution.
That's part of the fourth industrial revolution.
Yep.
Hey, what are you waiting for? Huh?
And this here is to show you the differentiation of the true men of the Lord, and the false prophets, because the scripture says in Sirach, the 39th chapter and 1, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof. So these men, the scripture say, these men is men of meat, because the exercise by this word, they're able to go into the meat, the deep things, right? It say, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancients and be occupied in prophecies. So that is what they're doing. That's why majority of all the videos that under the vibration of prophecy, what's going to happen next, what move that is being made, because the scripture mentions measured all the time diligently in itself. And that is what actually the elders and the apostles, they do. They measure the time, the measurement or the measuring stick is the prophecies. What's happening across the four corners of the earth, the moves of the kings of the earth, the prime ministers, the presidents, what's happening, what's going on, what steps they're taking, right? What's happening to the financial system, the economical system, they go into these things, right? That is the measuring stick, right? Where they're able to point out, and show you and explain to you what's taking place and the times that we are in. He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also. So that is it. Where it's speaking of the MOTB being able to break down and show proof and proving what is the MOTB and how they plan to come with it and these things. This is what the elders and apostles, they are doing here, right? Other than telling you some craziness, but you can't explain how they're gonna bring it in to make it mandatory. How will the people be able to use it to carry on, to be a part of the system being created? They can't explain. But with the RFID microchip being the MOTB, this here it can surely be explained, and the elders and the apostles, brothers, they go heavily into it, breaking it down to its finest point, so that you people may be edified and you may be warned, so that you have no excuse, because the scripture say, well, have they not heard it? Yeah. The whole world heard the gospel. They hear about the microchip being the MOTB, but you probably had to be not a part of the elect if you take it. Because those are the ones gonna take it, the non-elect. So also the Amos mentions, surely the Lord reveal his secrets to the servants, his prophets. Salah. Start at verses 6. Amos 3 and 6, shall the trumpet be blown in the city? Right? Because we know a trumpet, it come like this, a siren. The sirens being sent out in the cities is a sign for danger. So same way, a trumpet being blown in the city and the people be not afraid. Because when you hear, there's some certain sirens and, sounding system that they send off when you see wars taking place, or some sort of tsunami or whatnot, what they could detect as being harmful for the people them to be warned. You hear a sound, a siren, a trumpet or whatnot, right? So it say, and the people be not afraid, because when you hear that warning, is to be afraid, is to organize up yourself, be prepared. Something is coming. Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord had not done it? So all evil belong unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Yes, we understand that is elephant spirits doing the bidding and whatnot, but it's all illustrated by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because we see, for example, the account with Job, when the Lord tell Satan to try Job. You see it with Ahab, when the Lord say, who going and persuade Ahab? And the Lord tell the angel on the left hand side, go ahead and do it, and you're going and prevail. Right? Surely the Lord will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants the prophets. So think about it. Right? The men of the Lord, they must surely know and understand what is the MOTB. That secret, that dark saying, that dark parable, as we just read in the Sirach 39, the true men of the Lord, they surely would be able to explain fully and prove to you that this is the MOTB and this is what we've seen happening. Right? That is why they keep mentioning that these men are sellouts, because they have no proof to show the people, well, this is what the system gonna come with. This is the infrastructure being put in place to forward Sunday worship is the mark of the beast, or sin is the mark of the beast, or these different philosophies that they want to come with to prove it. Right? So the true prophets, they would surely be able to understand and identify what the dark parables, the dark sayings, the prophecy is speaking about. Because we surely knew that even John, when these things were being mentioned and revealed unto John, he wouldn't have known what it is, because he didn't have those type of technology in his time. Right? So he wouldn't be able to fully know. But as the prophets back, being, as the scripture say, the spirit of these prophets subject to the prophets. So those same prophets come back in these times now, where they're able to see to their own self, and through the spirit of, the angels, through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, they're able to understand what is being the prophecies being revealed unto them, and they would be able to clearly break it down. So
General Yohana, what are you waiting for? Captain Zari, what are you waiting for? Captain Katsai, what are you waiting for? You're going to find out. The world going to find out that GMS comes to these scripts. We are numero uno. It's prophecies, man. I'm watching y'all shy got us on top of it. Facts. I'm trying to say, here we are going to the prophecy. You should be worried about that chick that's exposing your black ass. That's what you should be worried about, Makar. They got you, man. They got you. Any more you got?
Let's see. It says,
Ask this question. There's more information.
yeah, it says primarily merging the physical and digital realms through the Internet of Things, IoT, and wearable implantable technology. Damn. If you can't see that.
yeah, because when they go into it, a wearable, technology. Because when you go into the Blue Letter Bible, as we constantly break down, and you go into the Mark in Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and born to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Right, the mark. It goes back to Keragma, right? As a stamp. So this is where the people. This is what is gonna come to replace your former identification, your birth paper, your driver's permit. Everything's gonna be recorded on that microchip of stamp on the forehead or right hand as the badge of followers of Antichrist. The mark branded upon horses, think carved, sculptured, graven work. The strongs, a scratch, a itching, because that what they're gonna have to do. They're gonna have to do a small incision into your skin. That is how you're gonna be able to receive it, right? And here we're going to say it as a badge of what? Servitude, because this is always going to prove that you worship in the system, and you don't know the system is by having its badge, it's your new identity, being a part of a citizen of this system,
Ask this question. All those are videos. That's all videos.
Yeah.
Hey, I asked you what I asked this question. Is the IOE part of the human microchip?
Say it again, boss. It's 6 o'clock.
Is the IOE part of the human microchip?
IOE? Is the IOE a part of the human microchipping? It says yes, but primarily as a conceptual framework rather than a physical organization. IOE stands for the Internet of Everything.
The internet, we're in what's called the IoT, the Internet of Things.
Right.
The Internet of Everything, meaning you are part of that Internet interface. Yeah, that's why they changed music to auto-tune. Part man, part machine. Makes complete sense.
In the injections.
Now they're finding out. They're finding out. What is it called? Self-assembly.
Yes.
go and use
Oh, yeah, yeah.
assemble.
That's right.
People ain't feeling right.
Graphene. Right.
Graphene, exactly. So we can have it. The technology's here.
Yeah,
Matter of
because
getting-
the scripture prophesied concerning where the system is going to lead you. Isaiah 36:6. It says, "For yea, lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed, on Egypt, whereon if a man lean." If a man, be having that trust, and more or less relying on the system, the government job, here what is gonna be the outcome. On Egypt, which is a place of bondage, right? Because here you you put your servitude, you pay bills, you're subject to payments, whatnot. Whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand, going back into that same itching, that same stamp, which is the MOTB, and pierce it. We make that piercing, the incision into your flesh to input that MOTB, right? So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him, and it's coming. So this is the difference between the true prophets and the false prophets. Is you're able to prove and show the system that they're coming with to 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 facilitate what the MOTB is. So hopefully this lesson was edifying. Let's keep it short and straight to the point. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Karkadash. The brothers, the elders, the apostles, the great millstone. Till the next, I say Shalom.